I'm rocking with Who's Next 757.
So we have Keyshawn Davis in the building. How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you for coming out first and foremost.
For sure.
You know, I met you at the event. Met you at the boxing event recently.
Yeah.
And it was a pleasure meeting you, man. The way the people was praising you as far as how far you've come.
Yeah.
Right? So introduce yourself, man. Introduce yourself to the people.
Right. Well, my name is Keyshawn Davis. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia, Broad Park specifically. 20 years old. I'm on Team USA. I'm the Olympic hopeful for USA Boxing to win that gold medal 2020 Olympics. So look out for me.
Yes. Young guy. Young man doing it, like 20 years old.
Yeah.
20 years old, man. That's good. And you know, I was looking at your stuff, man. You really into it. You really into it. Like the way you doing it, you're gonna be great. Tell me about how you got into boxing.
It was actually me and my two other brothers. We all started at the same time. I was 9, my older brother was 11, my younger brother was 7. And we was playing football and basketball. We was great athletes. We was great athletes. And come to find out, we just happened to find a gym up the street from us.
Right.
And a boxing gym. And we was like, we give it a try. I mean, it's fighting. We like fighting. We fight all the time. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the boxing gym hitting on. Mother took us to the boxing gym. We walked in. We seen like kids our age sparring in the ring. And we was just watching for like a good hour and a half.
Yeah.
And our mother was just looking at us and she was like, what y'all want to do? You want to sign up? We was, all three of us was like, yeah. And then the next day we started and never stopped.
So what was that first experience like? After you signed up,
Yeah.
you going in there,
Yeah.
like what was it like? What age was this?
I was 9 years old.
9 years old. Okay. What was it like?
I was 9 years old. I can tell you my first experience fighting. Actually, 9 years old. I probably started boxing around like, let's say March.
Yeah.
And then later that year in August, I was in my first tournament, my first fight.
Yeah.
I was in a tournament and man, I can tell you I was scared. I was scared as hell actually, my first fight, man. I was nervous. I didn't even want to fight anymore when I stepped in the ring. Like it was a different feeling because I was in there by myself.
Right.
My first time experiencing a sport by myself, like I got to compete by myself type of thing. So it was very frightening.
Yeah.
As soon as that bell rung, I like to say that Norfolk came up out of me. It's just time to fight. Like I'm gonna beat you up type of thing. But with that being said, like my first tournament, I fought every day. I was winning. I made it to the championship. Like my first fights, I made it always to the championship, and I lost in the championship. I remember that day. I was crying. I couldn't stop crying. I was just so angry at myself that I should have went in there and beat this guy up so I could win the championship. But after that day, 9 years old, I told myself like, yeah, I think this is for me.
And that hunger just after that loss probably, that first loss was like, I have to go and get it.
Yes, for sure.
For sure.
I can't lose again.
For sure. And let's fast forward. You saying you cannot lose again. You know, let's fast forward to where you are now. Moving on to the Olympics. Second in the world. First in the USA.
Yes, for sure.
You know, that shows a lot. Let's speak about where you are now. Like your mentality now.
Right. My mentality now is like no other amateurs. I can tell you that right now. I'm a very different amateur. I'm very unique. And I'm not just saying it to like to speak good upon myself. I'm really saying it because I really believe it in myself.
Right, as you should.
Exactly. But I'm really a different amateur. Like my mentality now is more staying focused for this Olympic run. Make sure nothing outside the ring can block my focus. But also like more business wise also like I have my own Enterprises.
I seen that.
Right. I help manage artists. I have 2 artists I manage.
Okay.
Looking forward to opening up a driving business.
So let's retract back to the enterprises.
Right.
What is it called?
DB3 Enterprises.
DB3 Enterprises. And as I can see or hear, this is like a full-on like umbrella type of situation.
Yes, sir.
You want to branch out and do much more with what you got going on. So you say you manage artists, you do something up. Let's get you to speak about that. Like what's under this umbrella?
Under this umbrella is fighters.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the DB3 Enterprises came from my 3 brothers.
Okay.
My 2 other brothers, DB3. And we have fighters under the enterprises. We have artists under the enterprises. We got to open up a daycare under the enterprises. And we got to open up a transportation business under the enterprises. And with that being said, I feel like that makes me unique. That makes DB3 unique as amateurs.
Shows greatness, for real, for real. Shows greatness. I see you working,
Yeah.
Working, and you're only 20 years old.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's really good in my eyes.
Yeah.
That's really good. You feel me? Congratulations on everything you're doing. Like,
Thank you.
keep going. Keep going. Keyshawn Davis, back to the enterprises, man, because that's a little interesting. You got a lot going on. You want to shout? Who's the artist, like?
My boy, the real Stacks, man, from North Virginia, Broad Park, same street I'm from. We grew up neighbors across the street from each other. My other artist, named H Block Baby, across the street, grew up in the same street, same hood as me.
Yeah.
And we all connected, and we making this enterprises.
Mm-hmm.
And we making it happen for each other, and we supporting each other. And without it being said, it's like, they not just like regular artists either. Like they can really rap. You know what I'm saying? Like they can really rap. Put them on the platform, we all gonna take off together.
For sure.
But it gotta start somewhere, and I feel like it starts with me.
That right there, speechless, priceless. You doing so much. You're doing so much, and you're still trying to, of course, help out your peoples.
Of course.
And do everything you can to be successful.
Right. And staying on that track when it comes like helping out people, man. I'm all for whatever, after this Olympic gold I get, after this Olympic run, I'm all for coming back, going to elementary schools, going back to my old gym, high schools, it don't matter, just going back and talking to these kids like, man, or at least when I get on that big platform, become the world champion, or even, let's say, Olympic gold, I want to give these kids that's great in basketball, give these kids that's great in baseball.
You look like you might be good in basketball too, though.
I did all that. But give these kids something to look forward to, like give them a platform. If they don't have no platform, they just locally good. But I want to be that person where I can give them a platform where if you're really that good, I'm going to take you here and we're going to go to the next level. I want to be that kid that they come to like, Keyshawn, man, like, let's watch this kid, he's great. And I want to go to him, I want to watch him, and I want to take him to the next level. So I want to be that person in the future that can do that for these kids out here. And for the younger generation coming up behind me, because it's a lot of talent out here, and I'm grateful enough
to be in the position you are.
Exactly.
And you speaking like it, and you're going to speak everything into existence. I already see it happening, honestly. Just keep doing what you're doing. The mindset is there, the process is happening. So, let me know, man, where do you want to jump into right now? Tell me something that I need to know, the people need to know, like,
right.
Talk about it.
Well, last year, 2019, was my breakout year. I actually won Breakout Fighter of the Year. But last year, 2019, my first big tournament was the Pan American Games. Some of y'all probably seen me fight on ESPN. Actually, that's what it was held on. Won a silver medal there. Then after the Pan American Games, it was the World Championships. It was actually bigger than the Pan Ams. In the World Championships, that's where I got my title of being number 2 in the world, and within that world championships, I beat 3 champions.
3 champions.
I beat the Asian champion the first day I fought. The quarterfinals, I beat a former world champion, and then the semifinals, I beat a European champion.
How did that feel? After all those fights?
Well, I can tell you this, sir. I can tell you this. Before the tournament even started, I was telling everybody, I was saying, I want to fight all the nice people in the world championships. I'm not even going to play with them.
Yeah.
Give me, I don't care if it's the first day, give me all the nice people. I want to fight them because I want to see how nice they really are. And I want to test myself as a fighter. And it's crazy that it came into play. First day I fought the Asian champion, quarters, former world champion, semis, European champion, in the finals, a former world champion, which I feel like I got the decision. It's actually on YouTube. Check that out. Me versus Cuba. But yeah,
that's what it's called.
It's Keyshawn Davis versus Andy Cruz.
Representing the USA, Keyshawn Davis.
So that feeling was like, even I came in second place, me beating all them champions, I couldn't be mad about that. Like, that makes me a prize fighter. Understand what I'm saying? Like, that one loss in that tournament doesn't make me number 2 in the world. I feel like I don't look at it like that. I look at it like what I've done in the Pan Ams leading up to after the World Championships, and what I completed. That makes me a prize fighter right there.
And it's crazy you just said that, right? I'm thinking in my head right now. I seen something you had wrote. You said something like, I'm doing this Olympic round to get this medal so I can raise my stock.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Explain that, because that's exactly what you just said. Like, your accomplishments, everything you're doing, that's just building your brand up more. Building Keyshawn Davis up more for that next level. And I have another question, but yeah, speak about that. Like,
when it comes to like you said, raising my stock, all these come into play. I can go pro right now. So when these managers or promoters coming at me talking about giving me, promising me gifts right now if I turn pro, if I do this Olympic run, imagine what they'll do for me then. Like, I'm looking at my picture for July 26th, the first day of the tournament of boxing in the Olympics. After that tournament, I'm trying to look at $1 million after that. Like, my goal right now is to get $1 million after this Olympic run, and that haven't been done since Ricardo Williams, and that was like years ago. Nobody got that $1 million after the Olympics since Ricardo Williams. That was years ago. The last gold medalist for males was 2004. That was Andre Ward. So if I get this gold medal in 2020, that's gonna be a big deal. Understand what I'm saying?
You hitting all the key points right now, because I'm definitely about to ask you goals for 2020, like, and you just hitting all angles, man.
Right.
You hitting all angles, and you know what you want.
Yeah.
You know what you want. You're going out there, you're doing it, you're getting it. Nothing is stopping Keyshawn Davis.
Nah, nothing. I can't let nothing stop me, man. It's like, even when I'm at home, you can ask my girl Jada. All I do is look at boxing videos. I'm sitting on YouTube. I'm watching Muhammad Ali just talk. I'm watching Floyd just talk. I'm watching Sweet Pea fight in the Olympics. Like, I'm just feeding my soul boxing, how to talk, how to present yourself. I'm watching Jay-Z interviews. I'm watching all the black leaders that came up from poverty and make it to where they are now and how they done it. So I'm just trying to be that.
And maintain it.
And maintain it. You feel me? I'm just trying to be that next one. That's all. And be bigger than them. Greatness.
So let's let's move to like a different angle now.
Okay.
We touched pretty much a lot. Pretty much a lot. And I just want to touch on more.
Okay.
If that.
I can tell you this much: getting here wasn't easy, man. Like all last year, 2019. Like this year, I just got my own place. Me and my mother and my brother, like I'm providing for us. But last year, it's like people was like, man, Keyshawn, you doing big, man. You traveling here, you traveling there, you riding this Benz, you got all this. But what people didn't know all last year, every time I come home from traveling, I'm coming back home to a couch. I'm sleeping on the couch when I go back home. Waking up, going to the gym. Waking up, going running. Back hurting. But you know what I do? I stretch my back out and I get my ass up and I go run. I get up and go train. Because this couch is not going to let me determine my future. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
It was most definitely struggles even on the come up. You feel me?
Still coming up. Still coming up, but coming up on major levels. Coming up on major levels. It just clicked to me, man. You are traveling a lot.
Yes, sir.
A lot. How many states do you think you've been to? Also, what's the favorite place thus far you think you've been to?
Well, I've been almost every state. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been traveling since I was 9 years old. Boxing, even with football. I went to Florida one time to play in a football game. So I've been traveling states.
Okay.
But that was like another level of traveling. It's like countries now. I've been to like, let's say like 5, 6 different countries. Actually, I just came back from Bulgaria like 4 days ago. That's like Europe continent.
Yep.
But my favorite country I've been to was Netherlands. I think it was Rotterdam, man.
Okay. What got you so? What got you?
Man, we was out there. I ain't gonna lie to you, rich white people. We was in the top-notch hotel, freaking yachts. We fought in a big crowd, nice walk out to the crowd with fireworks coming up to the crowd, man. That was something to remember, man. Most definitely something to remember. Netherlands, and that's something like, and the people there are so great, so genuine, so social. Like, you could be the shyest person on earth, but they the type of people that come up to you and start talking to you. Like, they'll get you out your shell type of thing. And they like, it's all white people over there, basically.
Okay.
Like, that shit was crazy. Like, I never experienced nothing like that.
Yeah.
When I see like these white people, you know, we from America, like white people don't really do that to us.
Yeah.
I see all these white people just coming up all nice and, yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, we can go over here. Remember one time after the fight, we was out chilling with the team, with the Netherlands team. They spoke a little English.
Okay.
And freaking, they was like, yeah, after we chill together, we go to the penthouse. Like, just that nice. Like, they only knew us for like 5 days, and they already offering penthouse stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
they was real genuine, nice, man. And the area was great.
Yeah, when you get to that level, it's a little different.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a little different. Also, you know, I see you walking out to a big fight. Face on billboard, you hopping around, ready, like one of them real walkouts.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Because I did see you said the bright lights never intimidated you.
Yeah.
So how does that feel? Also, do you ever get a chance to like pick your walkout song
Yeah.
or anything like that?
On that one, the second question real quick, I actually picked my walkout song when I was in Netherlands. I picked Tay Edo, Show Me Something. And this one, actually, he was sitting down for a little bit.
Yeah.
And they got back to him inside, and he was like, man, that was love, man. I appreciate you doing that, yada, yada, yada.
That's what's up.
But when it comes to like the walkout at the World Championships, my biggest crowd ever for it, and Holyfield was there, Roy Jones was there. He actually seen me backstage. And this was before the Armenia, my semifinals fight, the European champion. And I knew he was gonna be my hardest fight, period.
Yeah.
Semi-fighter, tough fighter, aggressive, real strong, about 28 years old, family, kids. He fighting for his country for sure. You feel what I'm saying? He going all out. But before I walked out, man, I'm backstage with my coaches. I see the big crowd. The lights get dark in the stadium. It's flashing lights. And I see the big crowd. I'm looking, I'm peeking. I'm like, oh man, here we go. You feel me? And I'm just thinking about Norfolk, really. 'Cause
Putting
that's
on
what
for the city.
that is not really that. That's where I get my instincts from. You feel me? So all I'm thinking about is Norfolk. Like, man, I'm all the way out here in Russia. I'm just thinking about Norfolk. Keep that instinct in me. Keep that aggression in me. You
Okay.
feel what I'm saying? So before I'm walking out, I'm just thinking like Norfolk, like I said before, ain't like just staying relaxed and staying calm. And in the midst of all that anxiety, pressure, I'm just smiling,
Yeah.
playing around with the coaches. But in the inside, that's how I'm feeling. But the outside, I'm presenting it like I've been here before. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
don't get me wrong, I do be nervous. I'm nervous. I'm scared,
Yeah.
intimidated. But the outside presented like
As
it's just another day for me.
Mhm.
And then when I get in the ring, it shows.
Definitely does. See, we gotta know this, man. We gotta know this. We gotta know how you doing it, man. How you feel while you doing it.
Right.
You know, really get in deep. So it's been a wonderful conversation. Wonderful conversation. You know, we can go on for hours.
Yeah.
We go on for hours. You know, once again, Keyshawn, thank you for coming out.
For sure.
You know, thank you for coming out. Here's your time to talk to the people, shout out your people, and you know, let's end it off.
Man, first and foremost, man, shout out DB3. DB3 Enterprises to be exact. My brothers Keyshawn and Kelvin Davis. Shout out my brother Wanda Davis. My two sisters support me, Chantel, Shanice Davis. It's 5 of us, so we actually worked in a big group to stay focused and complete our dreams together, actually. But most and foremost, shout out Norfolk, man, Norfolk, Virginia, man. Y'all really love me, man. Going about in the city and stuff like that, I've been hearing certain things. Like, I honestly never got bad feedback from y'all, man. And whoever watching this interview, if y'all see me out in the street and I don't know y'all, but y'all might know me, man, say something. I'm a genuine guy. I'm gonna say, what's up, man? What was good? Whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Speak to me. I want to speak to y'all. I like y'all energy. I love Norfolk, man. So y'all just keep supporting me, man. I'm gonna keep putting on for the city, for the hood. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna go from there, man. We gonna go from the top from there too. I promise you, I'm gonna come back with something, and that's gonna be that goal.